Water is underrated and boring, and many uncool bottled water brands existed in the market. Unless someday in 2017 comes along a quirky packaged drinking water brand from Santa Monica, California that called itself Liquid Death.
That's funny, it just tastes like regular.
It's got high-profile celebrity investors.
Promote is like really
it's crazy.
hardcore.
$1 million in revenue.
He has brought in nearly $130 million in sales this year alone.
From a huge fan base.
I love it so much, I buy this. Why is it like a beer can?
With club access to t-shirts, with contracts to sell your soul to the devil, and criticism from anti-satanic protest groups.
Each can is about to be infused with real demons.
Satanic panic marketing is cringe.
Underneath the quirky commercials, it's regular water in an aluminium tin can.
Made from the deadliest stuff on earth. Please, enjoy responsibly.
And here's a short and surprising brand success story of this punk brand of canned water that is valued over $1.4 billion.
I'm going to create something that's going to be worth $1 billion.
This is Mike, founder Liquid Death.
If we have to understand what's so special about this brand, we have to get inside the mind of the brand's founder, Mike Cassario. He has held cool job titles like creative director at Netflix and worked on shows like Narcos, Stranger Things before he founded his brand Liquid Death. And he was a hardcore punk rock band team member. Do you see by now why this brand is the way it is? More of that is coming soon.
Or because I saw that there was white space in terms of healthy products are really never marketed in a funny, cool way. It's always unhealthy stuff.
When Mike laid the foundation of his brand, he focused on 3 things, and now you should pay close attention because it will come handy in a minute. But Mike's other 2B competitors would have the same checklist. So what's special here? Now an obvious answer could be that Mike's brand did better marketing than the others. But wait a minute. These other brands also have big budgets of marketing. So how does this water brand win the marketing game again?
The simplest way to create a strong brand is literally have your brand mimic the people who run the company.
That's right. Now you will see the brand's resemblance to the CEO's tone of voice and persona. So now we have a beer can minus the beer and it contains ordinary water. And yet religious groups have ignored these products due to its satanic messaging and evil connotations just because of its brand name. But it turns out it's more marketing. But before we get into that, we need to understand buyer affiliation. There's a psychological dive into how what one reads and consumes media affects them. Let's get deeper into the details of psychology of buyer affiliation for a second to understand this better. We might acknowledge that Liquid Death made its image of being a cool water in a can brand, and in case you did not notice, it always hints that it's edgy. It will make you look cool when everyone's drinking without you drinking. It will make you appear punk and rock, and it will impress your partner. Everyone will love you and declare you a hero, and it will protect you from monsters when you sleep. Okay, except for the last 2 lines, the rest is true. But why are consumers feeling so strongly about this brand? Let's look at its visual identity. The logo is a skull, and on their socials it's pink, which is a color not always seen as hardcore. It has a lean looking mascot that wants to murder your thirst, and that is, by the way, also the tagline of the brand. It has edgy and direct messaging on social media, and it's cool to drink while saving the planet. The product looks like a cool can to hold in a party with a hard rock imagery of being punk, and this also has a big advantage for them. Look at these ads for a second, which are of the order of endorsements by celebrities and blockchain companies. They scream metal, they scream I'm hardcore, I'm anti-establishment, and I challenge the norms. After this non-corporate looking Super Bowl commercial alone, the product sales caught up to speed in the US. Suddenly people having this can in their hand could project an image of being affiliated to something hardcore. In comparison, holding Fiji water or Prime didn't make anyone feel as hardcore or metal as holding a Liquid Death can does. And interestingly, this is one of the reasons why it's made a separate fan base of its own and made its way even into Halloween decorations, really capitalizing on that cool, scary image now, are we? Now the question arises, who made this ordinary looking can of water appear cool?
People associate something with that brand, and there's an emotional reason, not a rational one.
Well, he's right about this. People buy for emotional reasons more than they buy for rational reasons sometimes. And if a brand can make you feel fascination for the product, they're going to buy to see what the hype is about. And this was so successful in the case of this brand. The brand consultants and creative directors really do deserve the credit. Let's play this ad once again. This looks like a big budget commercial, right? But it's not. Andy Pearson, VP of Creatives at the company, explains on a LinkedIn post that he and his team likes to shoot commercials in-house so they can move things quickly. Other brand producers of Liquid D also carry the same sentiments when it comes to the ads, just like the founder does. And by moving things quickly, a lot of the brand awareness for Liquid D comes with constantly creating unconventional ads. Very, very unconventional ads.
Enema, it'll be our secret.
Because even though I'm into getting my by somebody who can really.
Oh, I like this.
I love it.
That's good.
Well, go ahead and have you take a lick of B.
If you decided to watch this video in the first place, you already know that all the commercials for the brand were something nobody expected. You might have seen this ad.
Hey!
No way. Ozzy Osbourne.
That's just take it from me. Don't snort that stuff.
Or this one.
Horse ain't cool!
Or the many other commercials like the one featuring grannies or frat boys. These ads became a social media sensation because Mike's brand kept ads simple and humorous. He says,
These are really cool, funny, ridiculous things.
in my previous video, I told you how brands can make you buy from them more often when they are successful in evoking a sense of emotional feeling in you towards the products marketed. In this context, it means that Liquid Death's ads don't come across as typical corporate ads associated with a wide or cliche target audience base would. They are humorous, and a reason why no other packaged water and sparkling water brands has more than 50 million followers on social media, not even Red Bull, which is known for excellent marketing as well. So is that all it took? A few fancy ads with popular celebrities and shock value marketing? Certainly not. Ads alone did not make Liquid D successful. We've not seen even half of the marketing story yet. Here's the deal. Just like any other brand, they wanted to be a part of the buyer's life as much as they could. Remember when I asked you to pay attention to Mike's winning product formula and that it will come in handy? This is the moment. Let's go. The more people see and hear from the brand, the more they begin to recall the brand's name. And Liquid Death made sure it was seen more and more in events, to news, and brand partnerships and collaborations with influencers. Remember that Wiz Khalifa was also an investor in this brand?
Also, every Live Nation concert venue Liquid Death is sold in.
And that's not all. The brand would place their products in events across Los Angeles regularly and sometimes give away their cans to the crowds in order to be seen as widely accepted by the audiences. This is something Red Bull used to do earlier by throwing unused cans intentionally. Even Fiji Water got itself associated with award shows back in the day with Fiji Water girls who might sometimes steal the spotlight more than the attendees of the event. So what did Liquid Death do differently in the beginning? Watch.
The hydration superstar. He's a god.
They got water boys running with water in pro sports events. And not any water boys. They got Indianapolis Colts trainer Travis Polson as the canned water brand's first pro football hydration assistant. This product placement was not anything new. Other packaged drinking water brands did it as well. Like product placement of Voss waters in Kim's fridge and of Essentia water when she's out and about. Fiji water in Cosmopolitan.
I need Fiji or better.
Or Logan Paul's prime drink in WWE events. So what else was different from the other brands? Them doing interesting collaborations and ads that people wanted to watch for the fun of it was different. Like Army of the Dead giveaway boxes and more collaborations and even more collaborations. They went as far as creating hoardings and billboards of real consumer feedback across Los Angeles. They released their own Spotify playlists with tracks made of consumer reviews and even came up with a murder baby name generator on their website. And which other brand gives out surreal fighter jet in promotions? I can't think of any right now. Comment down if you can. I also find their website and social media communication touchpoints interesting as well. We see a snippet of their infamous Adventures of Murder Man's trailer when we go to the website. The quirkiness continues with contact page reading, summon us and find a dead dealer near you. And we've already seen the social media presence is spot on, so I am not going into those details again. Speaking of the death dealers, aka retailers, they are now selling globally outside the US too, and on e-com storefronts such as with retailers like Amazon, Tesco, Aldi, and more.
But we kind of knew from day one with Liquid Death, for this thing to be successful, we have to eventually go into retail stores.
And with several packaged water bottles on the shelves, here's what Mike did to ensure his brand stands out.
It's like, no, the product itself has to be the marketing in a sense. So then it's like, okay, if the name and product itself has to be something that if someone sees it on the shelf, I'm betting they have to pick it up. And if they do pick it up, the first thing they're doing is taking out their phone, taking a picture, putting it on social. Is this real?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The strategy really worked for them, and after buying the cans, people definitely posted about it on social media. The recent appointment of Mike Fine, Marissa Bertha should set things into motion for even further retail expansion. They're former Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, and Nestle water executives, so the company means serious business. And it seems scanned sales through registers hit a record of $303 million for the 52 weeks ending June 2024 and is up to 63% versus the prior year. They also came out with flavored sparkling water lines and iced tea. For the latest iced tea and their latest promotions is also very straightforward. It asked buyers to record a video drinking their iced tea and to share the video on socials, tagging them, but that's not all. Other than water, the company has also expanded on merch like hoodies and life-size standees, club memberships, vinyls, cutie palooties, plush toys that supports their against pollution mission. And it makes one look twice because it's an unconventional design of plush toys and not the ordinary looking cute plush toys. More of that in a minute. But you didn't think that a company bearing the logo and the name that it does and an aura like this would get away without criticism, did you? For a brand to have a name, Liquid Death is unusual, especially if it sells something that's needed for reasons opposite of unaliving. And as humans, many people are cautious and mindful of the media or foods they're consuming.
Each can is about to be infused with real demons.
With the same context, some people don't want to consume water from a can that reads Liquid Death. Another campaign that they launched, which backfired, was when they launched a campaign and association was quickly made around almond palmer. So they renamed it to Dead Billionaire Drink instead of taking the product or promotions out of shelves or rolling out in the first place.
I think that's why we're so successful is everybody loves our marketing. And I think at the end of the day, that's really what Liquid Death is.
But in marketing, no PR is good or bad PR unless it brings decline in sales. And for Liquid D, their witty comeback meant more hype and sales despite some people not liking the taste of this campaign. So we've seen by now how being an entrepreneur with amazing work experience in marketing can help in making a billion-dollar brand that makes people watch every next ad they publish. They used excellent storytelling, excellent advertising, and fans of the brand who want to tell the world that they love the brand by buying merch, just like fans of musicians buy merch. All in all, a very unique and strong brand positioning. Psychologically, consumers just want to know that their water is coming from a good source and they aren't buying these drinks because they taste great. Consumers ultimately are buying it for affiliation and communicating it to the world something about themselves. After all, it's regular, ordinary water. Thank you for being here and helping me reach 100 subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. Do check out other marketing video essays on my channel. I'll see you in the next video.